Dave LaGreca here on Busted Open. Welcome, and it's my pleasure to welcome in one of the greats of all time and part of Legends House, who's having their season finale Thursday night on the WWE Network. The great, the legendary Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart. Jimmy, how you doing?
I am unbelievable. I mean, we're down here at Hogan's Beach down here in Tampa, Florida. The sun is shining. Jet skis are going. We got girls playing volleyball. We're living the dream.
All right, sun and girls playing volleyball. I wish I was there, man, because here I am in New York City. It's pouring rain, so I wish I was with you in Hogan, believe me.
Well, this summer, come on down to visit us. You'll enjoy it tremendously. And this is where we watch Legends House on the TV every Thursday night down here.
Oh, so you have like a Thursday night Legends House party. I like it.
Every Thursday, and it's just been tremendous. And wherever we've gone, like Hawk and I were in London about 3 weeks ago, and I don't know how they picked it up over there because it really hadn't reached London yet. But they go, "Hey, we love Legends House," and I went, "Oh, I wonder how they're doing that." But the response has been tremendous, and of course, the finale Thursday night, of course, is a big finale. But I can't wait for our WWE Universe to see it because it's so special, and there's going to be a lot of surprises on it.
Well, Jimmy, we watching last week, and you talked about some of the things that were going on in your life and with your family, and our condolences, because hearing that for the first time, that was definitely heart-wrenching. So our condolences from everybody here at Busted Open, and it seems like this upcoming Thursday, a lot of the people in Legends House, a lot of the former wrestlers have got are going to be unveiling some other things about themselves too.
Well, it's a lot of shocking things that take place, and like I said, sometimes on TV the people see us one way, but behind closed doors you don't know what's really going on, and we had really a chance to air it all out for the episode that you'll see Thursday. And like I said before, it's a lot of bombshells dropped, but we just love the people for watching it, and the response we've gotten so far has been unbelievable. So
we're going to be shocked by what we hear tomorrow night on Legends House.
I think you're going to be, I think a lot of people are really going to be very... I don't know. I don't know what a great word to describe it might be, but it's just going to be expect the unexpected. That's the only thing I can say.
And Jimmy, what was your feeling getting involved with this project in the first place? When they first approached you, what was your initial gut reaction?
Well, I always had a saying back in the day, the past is still the future, because I knew one day in my heart that the fans that love wrestling so much, they always like to have a chance to go back and watch some of the great moments that took place when they were growing up in their childhood, when their fathers watched it, whether it was mothers and grandmothers, And when the network came to be, with all the tapes that we were getting, when they mentioned something about putting something more modern on, with some of the stars from the past, it was a thrill for me, and I was just honored to be picked. It was kind of like being part of WrestleMania 1. The chosen ones that were picked for WrestleMania 1 was a thrill, but be part of this, too, is just as big for me.
And I'm sure it was a roller coaster ride of emotions and everything that's gone on this season. Would this be something you would do again?
I'd do it so quick it'd make your head swim if I was in there with the right people. But this was just a great crew that we had, people that we really grow up all together being part of and being with. And like I said, we all had great moments. Howard Finkel was the one who really discovered me in Memphis and made the call to Vince to bring me to New York. And Hillbilly Jim and I were down there. He was Harley Davidson down in Memphis, where he went to New York, became Hillbilly Jim. And, of course, Mean Gene, one of the greatest interviewers, Piper. And it's just Tony Atlas. It was unbelievable. But I'd do it. If they called me, I'd do it tomorrow.
Jimmy, like going in, you mentioned Hillbilly Jim and Tony Atlas and Howard Finkel and Pat Patterson. Like when you were going in, who is the one guy you kind of like, your shoulders slumped? You're like, oh no, this is the one guy I don't want to be around.
Well, my whole time, it wasn't anybody that I didn't really want to be around. It's just somebody I didn't know very well would be Tony Atlas in the day, because he was up there with us off and on. But we would always have matches against Tony and stuff. Mm-hmm. But after I was there, I got to really know him, and it turned out to be a pleasant surprise. Really, it really did.
Yeah, this has become this has become a talking point, Legends House. The whole reality TV thing is just shocking to me, how popular it's got. And being that the WWE's jumped on board, I mean, you're part of something here, so many years after being a part of the WWE, you're back and part of this reality series, and people are talking about you again.
Well, you know what? And sometimes less is more. You know, if you're on TV every week and people see you every week, they kind of, he'll be on next week. I can watch him, but because we make very few appearances on a lot of the stuff, like Huck and I were in London 3 weeks ago, and we were on SmackDown, and so that was a great being back on SmackDown a little bit. But if you're on every now and then, it means more than being on every week. But you're absolutely right. This Legends House thing, this network thing, has really been a blessing in disguise for everybody. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and you mentioned Hogan. I know you have a great relationship with Hulk Hogan, and Hogan back in the WWE, being the host of WrestleMania 30. I mean, and seeing it go full circle. You know, being listen, to me, there would be no WrestleMania without Hulkamania. What was that like, being around him and him being a part of WrestleMania 30?
Well, of course, I met Hulk in Memphis, Tennessee, when he was one of the Boulder brothers back years ago when I was doing music with the Gentrys. And then finally, when I got into wrestling and I went to New York, he was up there, and we became good friends. And we've had a relationship for over 32 years. We've been together and music together, and watched his kids grow up with him and just been part of his life. And he's been a blessing for me. The four people that mean so much to me in this business have been my first promoter, which was Jerry Jarrett. The man who got me in this business, Jerry the King Lawler in Memphis, and of course Hulk Hogan, and of course Vince McMahon. I've had two great promoters, which was Vince and of course Jarrett, and then two of my best friends, Lawler and Hulk, and both of them had done so much for the business.
And you know, and it's little known, but that Memphis Heat DVD, I watched that and had some great interviews with you and Jerry Lawler. I mean, that's a must see if anybody doesn't know about that Memphis territory. And Jimmy Hart, I mean, you're an icon. I mean, I'm sure even today, as you're walking down the street in Florida, people are probably going to stop you and ask you for your autograph because, let's face it, you're an icon. Well,
I've been so blessed, I think, because I've kept the same hairstyle and mustache.
That helps.
Keep my weight down. You know, it really does. And I've always believed in being visual. And I think a lot of people are on TV now, too, but only a few people stand out. And it might because of your interviews or anything else. It's just certain people gravitate to certain characters, and thank God they like the squeaky character, Jimmy Hart, going, "Hey, baby, wait," you know, and running around the ring with a megaphone and the colorful jackets, that they have just kind of not forgotten about it. Praise the Lord for that.
You know, a couple weeks ago, I got to speak with Alice Cooper, and I asked him about WrestleMania 3 and that little scuffle he had with you in the ring, in front of 93,000 people. Is that still a moment that people come up to you and talk to you up to right now?
Alice Cooper was awesome, but the only thing, when they threw that snake on me, I hate snakes anyhow, but Alice Cooper and Jake Roberts against Honky Tonk and Jimmy Hart, what a great moment at WrestleMania 3. Like you said, 93,000 plus people, but Alice was right there, buddy. I mean, he jumped right to the occasion, and we've been very grateful ever since.
All right, WWE Network. I mean, anybody that's listening to me that hasn't subscribed to the WWE Network by now is a fool, because the programming on that is just amazing. And another reason to get that network is Legends House. Tomorrow night, the season finale, secrets abound. People are going to be unveiling so much. I can't wait to watch it. Jimmy, thank you so much for the time, and I can't wait to see the show tomorrow night.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jimmy.